Meet Jim.
At 62, Jim is doing everything by the book. He hits 10,000 steps a day, he's traded his morning donuts for oatmeal, and today at his grandson's birthday party, he's proudly passing on the white burger buns. Instead, he's piled his plate high with a vibrant, superfood quinoa salad and a side of hearty brown rice. In his mind, he's winning. He's protecting his heart. He's staying young. But what Jim doesn't know is that his perfect plate is actually an invisible minefield. As he takes a bite of that nutrient-dense brown rice, deep inside his body, his kidneys are screaming for help. You see, for decades, we've been told that whole grains are the holy grail of nutrition. We've been told they are the foundation of a long life. But if you are over 50, or if you've noticed a bit of extra foam in your urine or a slight puffiness in your feet, these very same health foods could be the silent saboteurs driving your creatinine levels into the danger zone. Today, we are uncovering a medical paradox that your doctor might not have mentioned yet. We're going to look at the 3 dangerous grains that are taxing your aging kidneys right now, and more importantly, I'm going to show you 3 delicious, kidney-saving swaps that will let your body finally breathe again. 1 in 7 American adults is living with chronic kidney disease, and the most terrifying part? Most of them, just like Jim, feel absolutely fine until it's almost too late. Are you accidentally poisoning your filters while trying to be healthy? Let's pull back the curtain on the grain truth, and find out exactly what you should be eating to keep your kidneys out of the dialysis clinic. If you value your independence and your health in your golden years, you cannot afford to miss what's coming next. To understand why Jim's healthy salad is a problem, we first have to look at the incredible engineering inside your body. Think of your kidneys as the most sophisticated water treatment plant on the planet. Every single day, these 2 bean-shaped organs filter about 150 quarts of blood. Their job? To pull out waste, excess minerals and toxins, sending them out through your urine. Inside each kidney are a million tiny microscopic filters called nephrons. When you're in your 20s and 30s, these filters are like brand new high-performance mesh screens. They can handle almost anything you throw at them: extra salt, heavy proteins, or high mineral loads.
You re-bulletproof.
But here is the biological reality of aging in America. After we hit age 40, we start losing about 1% of our kidney function every single year. It's a natural wear and tear process. By the time you're Jim's age, your mesh screens aren't as tight as they used to be. They are more delicate. They get overwhelmed more easily. Now, let's talk about the metric that doctors use to measure this: creatinine. Creatinine is a waste product from muscle breakdown. In a healthy body, the kidneys flush it out effortlessly. But when your filtration plant starts to slow down, creatinine begins to back up in your blood.
It's like a warning light on your car's dashboard.
If your creatinine is climbing, it's not just a number on a lab report, it's a sign that your filters are struggling to keep up with the trash you're putting into the system. And this is where the whole grain trap becomes dangerous. Most nutrition advice in the US is designed for people with 100% kidney function. They tell you to eat high-fiber, high-mineral grains. But for a person over 50 with aging filters, those specific minerals, phosphorus and potassium, can become like sludge in the pipes. When your kidneys can't get rid of the excess phosphorus found in healthy grains, it starts to pull calcium out of your bones, making them brittle, and it begins to harden your arteries. It's a chain reaction that starts at the dinner table and ends with a compromised heart. So, if you've been told you have stage 2 or stage 3 kidney disease, or if your GFR is dropping, the rules of the game have officially changed. What was once fuel is now friction. Let's look at the first, and most surprising, offender sitting in your pantry right now. It's time for some inconvenient truths. If you've been diagnosed with declining kidney function, your pantry is likely hiding 3 items that the mainstream media calls superfoods, but your kidneys call trouble.
Let's break them down. Erster, the brown rice deception. First up, brown rice.
For decades, we've been told it's the gold standard because of the brand, the outer shell. But here's the problem. That shell is a concentrated warehouse for phosphorus and potassium. 1 cup of cooked brown rice packs about 150 milligrams of potassium. That's nearly triple what you find in white rice. For someone like Jim, whose filters are already struggling, that extra potassium doesn't just leave the body. It lingers.
It builds up.
And when potassium levels spike, it can cause heart palpitations that feel like a drum solo in your chest. But there's a darker secret. Rice plants are like sponges for arsenic in the soil, and that arsenic concentrates almost entirely in the bran. Healthy kidneys can flush out small amounts of arsenic. Compromised kidneys?
They trap it.
You're not just eating fiber, you're potentially accumulating heavy metals that further scar your delicate nephrons.
2. The whole wheat trap.
Next, we have the all-American healthy choice, whole wheat bread. If you're like most Americans, you switched from white to wheat years ago to do the right thing.
But look at the math.
2 slices of whole wheat bread can contain 140 milligrams of phosphorus. For a stage 3 kidney patient, your daily budget for phosphorus is incredibly tight, usually around 800 milligrams. If you have toast for breakfast and a sandwich for lunch, you've spent nearly 40% of your entire daily allowance just on bread.
Bread is a filler food.
It's mostly carbs. Ask yourself, is it worth spending half your kidney's energy on a slice of toast, leaving no room for high-quality protein or fresh vegetables? In the kidney world, whole wheat is a luxury your filters can no longer afford.
Dritter, the quinoa paradox.
Finally, the trendy newcomer, quinoa. It's gluten-free, it's a complete protein, and it's in every health magazine in the country. But for your kidneys, quinoa is like a high-pressure power washer hitting a window screen that's already torn. Quinoa is very high in protein, about 8 grams per cup. When your body breaks down that protein, it creates urea and other nitrogenous waste. If your creatinine is already high, it means your kidneys are struggling to clear that waste. Eating high-protein grains like quinoa forces your kidneys to work in overdrive mode. Think of it this way, every time you eat a bowl of quinoa, you're asking your tired kidneys to run a marathon they didn't train for.
The result?
More leakage, more protein in your urine, proteinuria, and a faster slide toward the danger zone.
I know what you rethinking. If I can eat these, what is left?
Am I supposed to just eat air?
Narrator, absolutely not.
In fact, what I'm about to show you might shock you, because we're going to take some villainized foods and turn them into your kidney's best friends. Let's head over to the stove and talk about the smart swaps.
Alright, let us get into the kitchen revival.
If you've been feeling like your diet is shrinking into a list of no's, I have some good news. We're about to turn the mainstream health advice on its head. To save your kidneys, we're going back to basics, but with a gourmet twist.
Erster, the great comeback, white rice.
First up, the underdog of the nutrition world, white rice. You've probably spent years avoiding this because of its glycemic index. But for a kidney patient, white rice is like a spa day for your nephrons. It is naturally very low in phosphorus and potassium, and because the bran has been removed, it has significantly less arsenic than brown rice. Plain white rice can be boring, I get it. But here's how we make it a superfood for your taste buds. Step 1. Rinse your rice until the water runs clear. This washes away even more surface starch and minerals. Step 2. Instead of just water, use a low-sodium vegetable broth. Step 3. Throw in a cinnamon stick or a few cardamom pods while it simmers. Narrator. These aromatics infuse the grain with deep, exotic flavors without adding a single milligram of sodium or potassium. It's light, it's safe, and it won't spike your creatinine.
Zweiter, the sourdough secret. Now, let's talk bread.
If you're missing your morning toast, stop reaching for that sandy whole wheat loaf and start looking for artisanal sourdough. Here's the science. Sourdough goes through a long fermentation process. The natural bacteria and yeast actually pre-digest the grains. They break down phytic acid, which is the compound that usually makes minerals hard for your body to process. Narrator. Because it's made with white flour, the mineral load is low. But because of the fermentation, the flavor is complex and tangy. The pro tip: rub a raw garlic clove on your toasted sourdough. The heat releases the oils and gives you that hit of flavor that makes you forget you're on a restricted diet.
Dritter, the versatile couscous.
If you've been missing the texture of quinoa, your new best friend is couscous. It's essentially a tiny pasta made from semolina wheat. Why is it a kidney hero? It's incredibly low in potassium compared to almost any other grain. It's light, it's fluffy, and it cooks in exactly 5 minutes. Narrator, look at this. 1 cup of quinoa has 318 milligrams of potassium.
1 cup of couscous?
Just 91 milligrams. That is a massive savings for your daily kidney budget. The refreshing twist: toss it with fresh parsley, a drizzle of olive oil, and a splash of lemon juice. The acidity of the lemon trickles over your tongue and mimics the hit of salt, allowing you to keep your sodium intake low without feeling deprived. You see? Protecting your kidneys doesn't mean eating hospital food. It means being a strategic chef. It's about choosing the grains that provide energy without the toxic baggage. But grains are only one part of the puzzle. If you really want to see those creatinine numbers drop, we need to talk about 5 red flag items that are likely hiding in your fridge right now, pretending to be convenient snacks. Let's head over to the refrigerator. We've fixed your pantry, but now we need to talk about the convenience traps. These are the items many Americans over 50 rely on because they're easy. But if your kidneys are on the edge, these 5 red flags are like pouring gasoline on a fire.
1. The sodium sponge, deli meats.
Most of us think a turkey sandwich is a lean, healthy lunch. But processed deli meats are what I call sodium sponges. To keep that meat pink and moist, manufacturers inject it with inorganic phosphates and massive amounts of salt. The danger: inorganic phosphate is absorbed 100% by your body, unlike the phosphorus in plants. It's like a direct hit to your blood vessels, making them stiff and forcing your blood pressure through the roof. The fix: roast a fresh chicken breast on Sunday, slice it thin, and use that for your sandwiches all week. Your kidneys will thank you for the 80% reduction in sodium.
2. The potassium balm. Ripe bananas.
We've been told eat a banana for leg cramps. But a single large, ripe banana packs about 450 milligrams of potassium. If your kidneys can't flush it, that potassium builds up in your blood, a condition called hyperkalemia. It's silent, but it can lead to dangerous heart rhythm issues. The fix: switch to apples or berries. They are the kidney gold standard, high in fiber and antioxidants to reduce inflammation, but very low in potassium.
3. The liquid acid. Dark colas.
If you're still drinking dark sodas, you're essentially drinking kidney stress. Most dark colas use phosphoric acid as a preservative and flavor enhancer. It's highly absorbable and has been directly linked in clinical studies to kidney stones and chronic kidney disease. The fix: sparkling water with a squeeze of fresh lime. You get the fizz without the chemical load.
4. The convenience curse. Frozen pizza.
After a long day, this looks like an easy win. But for someone over 50, a frozen pizza is a triple threat: refined white flour, unfermented, high-sodium cheese, and processed meat. One serving, just one slice, can exceed 700 milligrams of sodium.
Narrator. Remember Jim?
One dinner like this can cause his ankles to swell by the next morning. It's not worth the fluid retention. 5. The sugar trap, dried fruits.
They look like a healthy snack, right?
But when you remove the water from fruit, you concentrate everything: sugar, calories, and, most importantly, potassium. A small handful of raisins has more potassium than 3 full-sized apples. It's an overdose in a tiny package.
The fix: stick to fresh fruit.
The water content in fresh fruit actually helps your body process the nutrients more slowly and keeps you hydrated. Seeing these red flags isn't about fear, it's about control. When you know what's in the package, you stop being a victim of convenience and start being the CEO of your own health. But how do we put this all together for the long term?
How did Jim turn his health around?
Let's wrap this up with the big picture strategy for your golden years. We've covered a lot of ground today. We've looked at why the superfoods of your 30s might be the stress foods of your 60s. But here is the most important takeaway: your body is remarkably resilient. When Jim made those small changes, swapping brown rice for seasoned white rice, choosing sourdough over whole wheat, and reaching for an apple instead of a banana, something incredible happened. His fatigue lifted. The swelling in his legs vanished. His brain fog cleared. For the first time in years, he wasn't just managing his age, he was mastering it. Protecting your kidneys isn't about living a life of less. It's about choosing better. It's about understanding that as we age, our internal filtration plant needs a different grade of fuel. Here is your 3-step action plan for this week.
First, check your last blood test. Look for your GFR, Glomerularfiltrationrate.
If it's below 60, these grain swaps aren't just a suggestion, they are your new roadmap. Second, next time you're at the grocery store, be a FOS detective. Look at the ingredients list for anything containing the letters PHOS, like hexametaphosphate. If you see it, put it back on the shelf. Third, try one of the kidney hero recipes we talked about. Flavor your rice with lemon and herbs. Experience how good safe food can actually taste. You have worked hard for your golden years. You've earned the right to travel, to play with your grandkids, and to enjoy your independence. Don't let a silent issue like kidney decline take that away from you. If you found this video helpful, do me a favor. Hit that like button and share this with one person you love who is over 50. You might be giving them the exact tool they need to change their health trajectory. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. Next week, we're diving into the 3-minute kidney detox drink, a simple morning habit that can help flush your system naturally. I'm Daily Health 365, and this is your journey to a stronger, healthier, and more vibrant you. Stay informed, stay empowered, and I'll see you in the next video.